Welcome everybody once again to another in the series of training videos. This one we're going to focus in on registering a domain name. Now why would you want to do this? Well, when you sign up with StreamlineProfits.net, you're given a web page that has a / Barbara or whatever, whatever your username is. And then if you, of course, have an ad code, then there's a question mark, ad code equal. Basically, it doesn't look pretty. Now, what you want to do is you want to think about a website name that is short in nature and kind of captures what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Whether you want to focus in on going green, whether you want to focus in on non-toxic, all-natural, healthy products, living longer, anti-aging, whatever the case may be. You want to focus in on defining a name that is nice to put on a business card or a flyer or some newspaper print advertising. It looks a lot better. You definitely want to try to keep it short. You don't want to come up with a long URL. And for those that you don't know, that's your address, your website address. When I say URL, same thing. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to filtered domain registration.com. And lo and behold, I spelt it correctly. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. This is a basic domain service. You can go here. It's very simple. You can do a search for a domain name. So you want to think about something that kind of rings a bell to you. Like go green, and no spaces, of course, with Brian. And right here you can select whether you want any one of these other ones. Just stick with the .com. It's the best. Anyways, you just pick search. And what's going to happen is they're going to take a look around and see if that name is available. And as we can see, that name is not available. Now, what is available is a .net, .info, .org, .mobi, but I don't want that. I want something with a .com. And what's kind of nice is if you look down here, they'll give you some ideas on something else that you can try. But what you really want to do is just focus in on a good website name. Sometimes they come up with some decent ideas, but it may not be the thing that works for you, because you're going to be telling people, hey, go to www.greenisnice.com. Well, that's green is nice. I actually know that one's not taken. That one's taken as well. So let's think of another non-toxic family.com. I don't know if this one's taken or not. Nope. Not available. We could always try my non-toxic family.com. So I can select that. Alright, so if I'm happy with this, I'm happy with it. Now, if you come up with a great name and you want to make sure nobody else is going to link steal from you, go ahead and pick the .net. Those are the two most popular, but for the most part you can stick with the .com. Alright, so what we're going to do is we found a name that we want to get, and so we've selected the .com. Come down here to continue. Alright, stop, you found a great website, blah blah blah. Okay, don't worry about it. If you want to choose to get all three of those for an additional 17 bucks, that's your choice. You can click this one, yes, add this to my order, or you can just say no thanks, continue to checkout. Alright, now here's where you're going to need to create an account. And it's very simple. It's there we go. Now I am not going to put in my real address because I'm not going to actually create an account, but I'm going to take it as far as I can go. Address somewhere, United States, somewhere Alabama. Sounds good to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my phone is 555 555 5555. Yes, I'm very original that way. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and click continue. And then it's going to ask us, if all this information is correct. They notice some other stuff that's available. So we click continue. Alright, now here is where it gets a little bit tricky, so you want to be sure to watch what you're getting. Now, here's where you can select the number of years. Yes, you can pay for it for 1 year, for 2 years, 3 years, 5, whatever the case may be. It defaults to 2 years. You make your selection. You pay for it once and then it's good for that amount of time. So if you know you're going to keep that website for a while, you're not going to change it or anything, go ahead and just leave it at 2 years. Don't worry about a certified domain. Not a big deal. You don't need to add hosting, and quite honestly, if you want to add an email, you can, but you don't have to. Alright, then what you want to take a look at right here is private registration. I always tell people to get the deluxe, just because it adds this private registration which pretty much protects your personal information from people being able to see it. So that's up to you. I always suggest it. Alright, so deluxe registration, and right here, make sure you click on no thanks, I'm ready to check out, because if you leave it as customize my order, it's going to send you through a flurry of pages you don't want to see. So just click no thanks, continue. Alright, now here's our itemized list of things that we've purchased. Of course, we can make changes here, and just remember to update cart, or you can completely empty your cart. After you're done with that, all you have to do is pretty much make a selection of your payment method, and you of course have to check these 3 things right here after you've perused them if you need be, and then you would click checkout now. So I'm going to leave it at that, because if I go any farther, it's going to start asking me for credit card info, and quite honestly, I've got plenty of website names and I don't need that one. So I don't know how much longer this one will be available, but hey, if you want it, snag it up. If not, choose the name that works best for you. Remember, this is going to be a way for you to identify yourself with people via business cards, flyers, personal friendships, a website that you can tell people, hey, go check this out. www.nontoxictoday.com. Very easy to remember, very easy to say. So you want to think about those things. You don't want them long. Don't go for the long addresses if you can help it. There's some good ones out there still. Just you got to be a little bit creative with it. So play around with it, have some fun, and I will see you on the next video.